show. My name is Charlton with Big C. This is Charlton and Big C Sports coming to you worldwide on the iHeartRadio network on a beautiful, happy Thanksgiving. It is November the 24th, 2016. And I want to say to everybody, I know if you're like me, you've eaten way too much more turkey than you should have had. I actually had about enough for 3 kings, and that would be something that would be a sight to see. And my partner, Big C, he's actually taking the day off today. I think he had a lot of turkey also with some of the moonshine that he has down south. So this is just a way to say, I want to say thank you to everybody in the United States of America that loves this country. There's so much to be thankful for, and people are laughing and partying all over the United States of America. And we also want to say bienvenidos to all of our followers in Latin America, as well as London, England, and Paris, France, and of course your good old boys from Canada, and of course the good old boys from the United States of America. And this is just an abbreviated way to say thank you on a beautiful, happy Thanksgiving for everybody involved in celebrating, this Thanksgiving. Like, what are you grateful for? One of the things that I'm grateful for, and I speak for my partner Big C in this, is I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful for friends. I'm grateful for everybody who gets together and enjoys sports and conversation. It doesn't have to always be something that we agree with. And everybody, sometimes when you have the political season, everybody kind of becomes friends or enemies. But there's something about the sports business that I love bringing to everybody. And I also want to say that this segment is sponsored by your Northern California Cadillac dealer, home of the all-new Cadillac Escalade, the standard of the world. And if you go down and test drive it, tell them that Charlton and Big C sent you. One of the things that I like to do is just thank all of our military, the people who serve this country, the people who make sure that we're all safe. Never want to take that for granted. There's so many people that make this country great. And on Charlton and Big C Sports, we started on leap year 2016, and so much has happened in life and in business. But I want to tell you what I'm more grateful for more than anything else is the fact that we get the chance to do a sports show. We get the chance to do something that we love in front of so many people. We absolutely love Big C Sports. And I tell you, every time I pick up a microphone and I'm warning what other people are doing in the world of broadcast, I'm always grateful for Big C Sports. I'm always grateful for people that actually follow. And I'm so grateful that we have a chance to get on and give our points of view. It's okay to agree or disagree. This is the United States of America, and so many people, we have to find a way to heal this country, and there are times when people just don't see eye to eye, and that is perfectly okay. That's why we are the United States of America. One of the things we want to do with our sports show, we want to teach entrepreneurs how to go out and make things happen in your life. Don't sit back and wait for someone else to give you anything. Just recently, I was over at the MMA contest called the Global Knockout at Jackson Rancheria up in Jackson, California. Just a beautiful event. Some great fighters in Northern California. Actually had some fighters from all across the country. And they were there in the ring, in the octagon, and they had a chance to give it their all. And when you do that, it's always up to you. You never can leave your success up to anybody else, even though sometimes we want to do that. I'm always reminded of one thing that I learned a long time ago. If it's to be as up to me, I want to encourage every young entrepreneur. Pay attention to what's going on in the world of sports. Everybody, whether it's political or whether it's sports, is all competitive. But there are people who don't even talk to each other when they disagree with someone who has a different political event or a different political stance than them. If you have a sports team, there are guys who compete hard against each other, but then after the contest is over, they shake hands and they congratulate the other party. That's what we have to do in this country. And if I can do anything with Big C Sports, I want to just tell you a little bit about our vision. When we started out, and this is for everyone who's trying to figure out what to do in the world. Some people believe in God, some people don't. Some people are atheists, agnostic. It doesn't matter what your belief is. All that matters is what you do. And if there's any way in the universe to pay it forward, give out what you want to receive. If you need something, give it to other people first. If you're looking for opportunity, give it to other people first. I'll never forget how I got started into this business. And number one, it started when I was a little boy. I just loved the sports business, and I loved the business side of it too. And so that to me is something that I've always held on to, no matter what I was doing, whether it was real estate or whether it was insurance. it's just something about this sports business that I've always gravitated to. And whether you're a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a truck driver or a school teacher or anything in between, the sports business is something that brings everybody together. Just watching some of the football games today where you had, NFL football on Thanksgiving Day, and it went down to the last second kick where the Detroit Lions, they beat the Minnesota Vikings by the score of 16-13. And in the second game, you had the Dallas Cowboys with a 31-25 win over the Washington Redskins down at the great AT&T Stadium in Texas, Jerry Jones country. But what I noticed about that game is the rookie quarterback, Dak Prescott, just an amazing athlete. He and Ezekiel Elliott and Dez Bryant catching passes. Jason Witten, they all have a great thing going on down there, but they're young men, and they're trying to make it happen. Also on the other side of the ball with the Redskins, Cousins had a good game and throwing the ball deep downfield. Just an incredible game that went down to the wire. Washington had their chances early, but I think if you look at Dallas, the way they can run the football and the way they can pass the ball with Dak Prescott, the way he gets out of trouble, the way he can run for a first down, the way he can run for a touchdown, they're going to be very difficult to beat in the NFC. And it just looks like they're on a collision course with the Seattle Seahawks. All things being equal, this is the first time, I believe, in the history of the Cowboys they've had a 10-game winning streak, and they're led by a rookie quarterback. Now, as they get better, imagine how tough Dallas will be as they get better, and that's just a team to really be reckoned with coming down the stretch of the NFL. And then in the ninth game, we're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're up 21-7 over the Indianapolis Colts. Just a great football contest being played today. Something about Thanksgiving. When you're thankful for something, we've had different sports being played, from basketball to football, and people just enjoying themselves. College and pro sports, as LSU is playing Texas A&M tonight. There are a lot of high school football games that are starting all over the country, and a lot of the young kids, they want to get the same type of accolades that the older guys have, whether this is the college level or if it's in the NFL. And before we get into that, I just want to say this segment is being sponsored by United Labor Guaranteed Life Insurance up to $100,000 with no medical questions. And also we are endorsed by the American Heart Association and the American Cancer Society. We are also endorsed by the AFL and CIO, and we work with all of the unions under the AFL CIO. And we're looking to hire over 1,000 licensed insurance brokers. What does that mean for you? It means that you have a chance. Just tweet out the Charlton and Big C Sports at Yes Charlton on Twitter. That's YES Charlton, and we'll make sure we get back to you. And as far as that goes, I hope that you can plan your goals in life, decide what you're thankful for, and make it happen. I was taught a long time ago, just line up the people that can say yes to you. You have to put it in writing and figure out how to get there. And I'm so inspired by all the people who've helped me in this business, especially Big C and all of his tutelage and the knowledge that he brings with over 40 years of experience as a pro athlete and college athlete, All-American, and then a business person as well. Just someone who has always been a giver, always trying to shine the light brighter for somebody else. What do? You call it the Yellow Brick Road, if you recall, the Wizard of Oz. I remember they were always trying to find how to get to the Wizard of Oz, and the whole story was you follow the Yellow Brick Road. The Yellow Brick Road in America is opportunity, and the opportunity that we have here, you got to find people who have what you want and just emulate what they're doing, and don't let people tell you that it's not possible, because everything is possible. And it doesn't matter if it takes a couple more weeks or months or years. If you're on the path of doing what makes your heart happy, you're more likely to get there than if you're not. So whether you're trying to become the next great mechanic, the next great surgeon, or doctor, or dentist, or lawyer, or even sports broadcaster, or producer, or engineer, or whatever it happens to be, find a mentor in business. And I've had a mentor in Big C. I've had several other mentors in my life in this business, going back to college, where I've always been just told that you can do it. I've always been told, we like your voice. Whatever it is, find something that you like about yourself. In a world where people can tear you down and it's very competitive, you got to have a belief in yourself. If you have that belief in yourself, you can make it happen. Big C Sports It only exists because Big C and I decided to make it happen. It does not exist because someone said, hey, let's create it. Big C and I talked about it. We made it come to fruition. And we want to get better in every aspect of what we do. And we're very competitive. We love competition. And more than important than that, we want to encourage other people to go out and create their own sports programs. Whatever they want to be. Maybe you don't want to do a sports program. Maybe you want to create a cooking show. Nothing stopping you but you. And if you can figure it out on this great Thanksgiving, understand that there will always be people who lead. There will always be people who follow. And there will always be people who do nothing but talk. You got to decide which one you are. And sometimes it may be a little bit scary when you're not sure. And sometimes you're even asking God for help. And it may seem like God's not listening. And if you're an atheist, maybe you just ask someone who's a mentor for help. And maybe it seems like they're not open to helping. But what you can do is write your goals down and make it happen. And you'll see there are people who don't believe in you. They may say, well, who are you to try? I've tried to reach my dreams and I didn't make it happen. Or I know someone who tried and that person failed. Who are you to try? Well, don't take advice from anybody who doesn't have what you want. You're always going to find someone with an opinion. However, when you decide to make it and your goals and dreams come to fruition, there will be a lot of people who want to get on the bandwagon and say, hey, I always believed in you, or how can I help you, or how can I be a part of what you're doing? And that's okay. So on this Thanksgiving Day, what are you thankful for? Number one, I'm thankful that God allowed me to see my mom and my dad on this beautiful Thanksgiving Day. I'm thankful that I was able to be around my family. And I want to make sure that everybody in business and in life has the opportunity to just be thankful for something. I'm thankful that I have family and friends, and my wife and my kids, and my nieces and nephews, and people that have opened doors for my family in good and bad times. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful that we have a sports program that I get followers from all over the world, myself and Big C, whether it's from Amsterdam, whether it's from Russia. We get followers from Hong Kong, Dubai, Latin America, Africa, Britain, Canada, of course, and the great United States of America. But it only happened because we decided to do it. I have followers that come from the NFL. I have followers from Major League Baseball, followers from NBA basketball, some followers from Hollywood, some sports agents, some entertainers. And it's okay because I love what I do, and I love giving credit to other people. I'm so grateful for the iHeartRadio network. The iHeartRadio network is the #1 media in the United States. They have over 1 billion listeners every week in their media platform, and their listening platform. And what a great platform for iHeart. As you listen to any radio program or mostly news programs, whether it's television or radio, a lot of people will tell you to listen to them on the iHeartRadio network. It is the #1 network in the world. The reason I like to say that Charlton and Big C Sports is the #1 sports show in the universe is because we're the only freestyle sports show in the world. There's no one that does it without teleprompters. There's no one that does it without a producer's plug in their ear. There's no one that does it without stacks and stacks of paper in front of them, someone telling them what to say. There are a lot of times sports guys, they will read the sports to you. They're reading, they're not speaking from the heart. And that's okay. If that's all they're talented enough to do, that's fine. But there's a new breed of the athlete coming, and there's a new breed of broadcaster. And you don't have to be liked by everybody. But what you can do is learn to speak extemporaneously. Just go by the cuff, go by your spirit, your higher self. There's so many entertainers in the world that when they go out and they actually give a concert, they don't lip sync the concert. They actually go out and they do the concert from their higher self. They go out and broadcast what they feel in their heart. So the point of that story is, as I say, this final segment is sponsored by One Life America Life Insurance. We're the leaders in the country when it comes to final expense. Also by BeneathHisWingsFoundation.org. Contact Cynthia Evans at CYNN Entertainment when it comes to promotion. She's the best in Northern California. I'm also partnering with a sports uniform company called Team IP and G5 Textiles. We can create uniforms for any sports team or merchandising company in the world, from casinos to athletic apparel. And I just hope that every young person, especially those who may have become a little bit jaded and they're not really sure which way to go, put your goals in writing, find someone who believes in you, and make it happen. And what we do here at Charlton and Big C Sports is we encourage everybody to go out and make it happen on a beautiful Thanksgiving. I know there are a lot of people going through some tough times, and we've all had them. But you got to put your eyes and your mind on where you want to be. It's just a stepping stone. No matter what you're going to, this too shall pass. Find people who believe in you. Focus on what's good in the world. Focus on what's good with people. Offer people peace and love and hope and belief and encouragement and love and kindness. And you can have it too. It may not come from the people you give it to, but it will come back. It always does. And as we always say, there's never any excuse for domestic violence. No woman should ever have to go through any type of pain or garbage. There's no excuse to ever put your hands on a woman. Give people love and respect. If you can't get along with someone, just walk away from them. But I always want to tell people every Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, worldwide, you can follow Charlton and Big C Sports on the iHeartRadio network. And I tell you, no matter what you do, believe in yourself. Believe that you can make anything happen. And just go out and do it. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just get started. You just got to start doing something. And as you always know, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we hope that you have a super fantastic day and a happy Thanksgiving.